Hello and welcome. In today's video, we are continuing our beloved series of showcasing exceptional ordinary people and dividend investors that amassed mind-blowing and unbelievable wealth by playing the long-term investing game and investing in dividend-paying stocks. These people lived a life that wasn't flamboyant, yet they were secret millionaires. These are people whose strategy we should all emulate and build wealth for our generations. On this Thanksgiving holiday, we are following the series with another legendary dividend investor who also amassed a dividend portfolio of $500,000 as a parking lot attendant in a financial district in Baltimore, Maryland. This man amassed a stock and dividend portfolio worth $500,000. Today's special man is Mr. Earl Crawley of Baltimore, Maryland. Like the subject of our last video, Mr. Earl Crawley of Baltimore is another ordinary man whose life is surely worth a documentary. He's an unsung hero in form of a stock and dividend growth investor, someone who truly lived below their means by being reasonably frugal and worked mainly as a parking lot attendant who didn't make more than $20,000 a year. Disclaimer: please note that even though the legends in this video series lived frugally, sometimes too frugally, please note that it is important to live your own life and enjoy your hard-earned wealth in your life because you only have one life to live. It doesn't cost too much to take a trip on your bucket list or splurge a little when you meet a great milestone. A great trip not only creates memories, but could be a great catalyst and motivator for you to want to do and attain more when you return home. It can reinvigorate you to want to break more grounds. Always remember to enjoy your life now. And why do we bring you videos like this? As a real estate and dividend growth investor, there comes times where you question your tactics, strategies, and become wary. This happens to me sometimes. But videos such as this is for us to be reassured, encouraged, and help boost our morale that what we are in fact doing, such as living frugally, saving where we can, investing dividend growth stocks, investing in real estate, and picking up other side hustles, are still the best way to build wealth and attain financial independence and retire early. Yes, we can do it, and it is attainable to anyone who earns money. So to further encourage us, here's one that definitely proves that you don't have to be born rich to build wealth. Here's a story of a man who managed to build a $500,000 dividend portfolio on an hourly rate of $12 working as a parking lot attendant servicing bankers, managers, and stockbrokers. This is the inspirational dividend investing story of a hard-working parking attendant with other side hustles. Mr. Earl Crawley's story is particularly interesting and inspiring since he didn't earn more than $20,000 at a parking lot attendant job, and he was able to amass a portfolio worth more than $500,000. This is a story of a man that nickeled and dimed himself into investing and became wealthy. Do you know that Mr. Earl Crawley first learned about money and started earning some at the age of 13 when his mother had him work in a fruit stall to help pay the bills? Out of what he made, he only kept a few quarters for himself and the rest went into the family coffer to pay bills. Fast forward to his adult years, he found a job as a parking lot attendant where he worked for 44 years. I'm sure you have seen these hard-working attendants in your city where parking is limited. These are the people that make sure there's always parking spaces for their employers' patrons, and they even work harder warding off and policing drivers who can't park in patrons-only spaces. Only in this case, Mr. Earl, as popularly called, did this work under all weather conditions while secretly amassing an impressive dividend portfolio of $500,000 while appearing poor to his co-workers and all the drivers he served. He got the bug of dividend investing when a banker called him aside in 1966 and told him there was no way for him to get far with his current job and limited education, and that he needed to consider investing in stocks. Building on this advice would need more information from people who do it for themselves and their customers. And the fact that Mr. Earl Crawley's parking lot was in the middle of a financial district helped a lot. All he had to do now was ask the drivers he served who were stockbrokers, funds managers, lawyers, and investors. And he seized the opportunity and asked most of them questions about what they did and how he could do it on a smaller scale. He had trouble reading because he was dyslexic, but he used this shortcoming as an opportunity to listen and listen attentively. Mr. Earl Crawley got married at 26 and had 3 children. He was providing for his family with his $80 income. So how did Mr. Earl Crawley begin his investing journey? Mr. Earl Crawley, also known as the wealthy parking lot attendant, accomplished his investing because of his fervent desire to make his money work for him. Mr. Crawley first started with saving stamps, then saving bonds. He invested $25 a month consistently for 15 years. Doing this, he was able to grow his net worth to approximately $25,000 in the late 70s. He saved money from his odd jobs of window washing and lawn cutting. It was the combination of these along with his day job money that he was able to gather together enough to buy one share of IBM in 1981. Later on, he focused on more blue-chip stocks like Coca-Cola and Caterpillar and so on. Mr. Earl will soon be referenced as the ideal model for all investors by Money Track Investment Series in the near future. He will also soon be author Deborah Owen's subject in her wealth building book titled Nickel and Dime Your Way to Wealth, Wealth Building on Any Income. With a $500,000 portfolio value in 2007, when adjusted for inflation, that's almost $700,000. Do you know Mr. Earl's portfolio was pulling in about $17,000 a year in dividend? Yes, $17,000 passive income. Adjusted for inflation, that's almost $25,000 in dividends. So what was Mr. Earl's holding like? Mr. Earl had the following in his portfolio: Coca-Cola, Caterpillar, Bank of America, IBM, Colgate-Palmolive, Lockheed Martin, Verizon, AT&T, and ExxonMobil. So, what are the lessons we all can take away from the legendary move of this great man named Mr. Earl Crawley? 1. Being frugal. Keeping expenses under control no matter how much you are worth. 2. Buy and hold good companies would make you a millionaire. Don't be a day trader. Like Mr. Earl Crawley played the buy and hold long-term game, which helped him alleviate fees and harness the power and advantage of deferred taxes. 3. Investing regularly and consistently is very important. Time in the market matters a lot. 4. Reinvest all dividends if you can. When those dividends come in, reinvest it immediately. Let it stay in the portfolio and work harder for you. 5. Compound interest can only work if you allow it and give it time to work. 6. It is possible for anyone. Yes. If Mr. Crawley could amass $500,000 from his hard job of being a parking lot attendant, then it is possible to do the same regardless of how much one makes. The status of millionaire is attainable for anyone who is ready to sacrifice, put in the work, and invest wisely and diligently. 7. The terrain will not be easy. And it won't be perfect. From Wealth Listicles, we say thank you to Mr. Earl Crawley. And on any day when we think about Mr. Earl's remarkable legacy, we don't say Mr. Earl was a parking lot attendant. We say the great Mr. Earl Crawley was a true dividend growth investor. That's it for this video, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we post another interesting finance video. Until next time.